Lame ass nigga. Lame ass. Anywho, we back with another video. Um, basically we just going through a flashback of the shit that happened like what was it, 3 or 4 years ago? Because they've been to the spot before.
I busted my ass to pass the
So
bar.
yeah.
I always figured I'd
Man,
have
you
my
walking
pick of
fast
the
as
ladies.
hell. Relax, bro. Skip. Why would I skip it? Oh.
Right this way, please.
Come on, alright. Lead the way, bitch. Why she have to be all that, man?
Straight ahead is the ADDC's general ward. Waku-san's room is on the 4th floor.
Cause it cost me a lot. My chain is my what? Oh, it's like a home for old people and shit. With patience.
This was the room assigned to Waku-san.
No, I don't want to skip this.
What's down there?
That's the research wing, where they develop all our new drugs.
Oh.
You can't get in without a gold key card, though. Not even I have one.
Gold, huh?
I suppose because it's the heart of the center's operations.
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Security like that must be a bitch. Come on, Yagami.
We gonna fuck gonna have to go over this sometime. Who the fuck text me?
Before he died, Waku-san spent most of his time in here.
Fuck my
And when was
phone
he
go?
admitted?
2 years ago. With Alzheimer's.
Some kind of dementia, right?
Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease that leads to dementia, yes. In fact, it's the cause of almost 70% of all dementia cases.
So, they're one and the same, kinda? Anyway, do what you gotta do, Yagami.
He said, There you go with that damn cat. What's up with you though, man?
Suspicious.
We gotta examine her. Of course, he got eyes on her.
Hey.
Hey, I don't get no fuck, boy. Sometimes maybe we should still like this, man. Those damn breasts.
Hey.
I don't know neither shit. I don't know why we investigating it. Ah, y'all funny. They just gave me a fucking trophy for being a fucking creep. Alright.
Has anyone else slept here since Waku-san's death?
Nobody, no.
And Waku-san was missing from his room the morning of the incident, yes?
That's right.
So, he was murdered here, then carried out.
I can't say for sure, but it's likely.
Hey. The window's sealed shut. There's no way Waku-san could have escaped through here. Hey. All the rooms have windows like this, right? Seems like people would notice if something was going on in here.
Well, we only have so many employees in this ward. The halls stay fairly busy, but it's mostly dementia patients moving between appointments.
I see. I wonder how the room looks from the hallway.
You got all you need from here, yeah?
I think so.
That's tough, man. They killed you, man. That's wild as hell. Killed the man, Shintani. Man. Alright, we go.
You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
Hell no.
Care to join me, Terasawa-san? What do you got to lose?
This nigga here funny as hell.
It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of time I knew it'd be?
Nope. I got something I'd only get from being here.
Does it matter? It's been days. Case is practically closed. Shinpei Okubo is guilty as hell.
Now, according to him, he's not.
Of course, that's what he says. Consider the facts, though, man. You want to review the case?
Yeah, I guess review it. Shit, I guess. Shit,
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's go over what we know so far.
Whatever you want. All right, here we go. Our victim was the patient staying in this room, Koichi Waku, male, age 66. At 8:30 a.m. on the morning of the crime, the nurses noticed he was missing from his bed. Given Waku's degenerative state, they assumed he was wandering around the hospital somewhere. But after being unable to track him down, hospital staff filed a missing persons report.
Right.
You know what a dementia patient's like, though. Hard to imagine they'd make it outside on their own. The only conclusion then was that somebody must have taken him out of the hospital. After inspecting all the cars that came in and out of the center, they were left with one possible suspect. A laundryman by the name of Shinpei Okubo. It didn't take much prodding for Okubo to confess burying Waku's body out in the mountains. And lo and behold, 3 months after Waku disappeared, the cops found his body rotting away right where Okubo said it'd be. Cause of death was most likely suffocation, but they still don't know for sure. Any objections to this so far, Yagami-sensei?
Actually, yeah. You're forgetting something.
And what's that?
Okubo-kun insists he didn't kill anyone. All he admits to is dumping the body.
Oh, sure. But come on, Yagami. Guy's got a history of assault, and it's on record. Roughed up his girlfriend. Accidentally broke her finger.
Right, but that was over 6 years ago. He was just a kid. Got drunk, made a huge mistake.
And what? It's okay for a kid to hit a woman?
Of course not. But that's not what he's on trial for.
True.
I don't condone what he did. But legally, committing one crime doesn't mean you're guilty of another.
Fine. But what about Okubo's shaky alibi? He said he left the center at 10 a.m. after grabbing the sheets from the general ward. Claimed Waku-san's corpse somehow got loaded into his truck. Who's gonna believe garbage like that?
If anyone should, it's his lawyers.
We're meeting with Okubo after this, right? You should just be honest with him. Tell him the case is unwinnable.
Are you two done here?
Yep. Can you show us the garage next? The one where Okubo-kun parked his truck. The service entrance, I think it was. That's the only other place we'll need to see today.
We'll need to take an elevator down there. Follow me.
You got it, boss. Oh, I've been quiet this whole time. I'm sorry. We gonna follow you. All right, lead the way then. Oh, we gotta follow her. Stupid. This nigga here, boy. What the fuck? I finna say this nigga playing that game when like you when you turn around the motherfucker get close up on you and then you turn back to like the nigga ain't moved but he moved, you just sitting still. Alright. What fucking game is that? That ain't a fucking game. Alright, boy, shut up. Damn, bitch, hit me up. I'm trying to get your cheeks clapped, you feel me? Bet you into that weird shit, huh? You into that getting tied up and shit, right? Into the eye penetration too? Freak ass. What the fuck is that? I don't know. I just heard about it from somebody.
Hey, Yagami, you're never gonna last if you keep taking cases like this. Criminal suits are a constant test of your conviction, your sense of justice. They don't even pay that well.
Be careful who you say that around.
Look, just chill out, okay? Take it from me. I've been around the block way longer than you have.
Hey, she look like the shorty from Yakuza Zero that Majima was protecting.
You'd make it out with no problem if you put a body into your truck down here. It's quiet.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they use to collect sheets and linens. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. Would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right out.
Maybe so. Where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
Oh,
Fuck, why you just... You got to move like he's gonna tackle his ass. Why we still in this damn flashback?
the truck was parked here, with the back facing the elevator. Here's a recreation of it.
I see.
DNA evidence from the victim was found in the flatbed of the truck. That's proof enough that the body was there. And when they confronted Okubo, he flat out admitted it.
Alright, what the fuck y'all want me to
There
do?
was evidence that the body was in Okubo's truck.
What the fuck am I supposed to be doing?
When was Waku-san last seen?
Just before 8 a.m. on the day of the crime.
Yeah, 7:50 to be precise. An ADDC scientist will be testifying to that. He claims he saw him nice and cozy in his bed.
I see. Can we talk to this witness?
I tried to get an appointment, but they shut me down. Said they don't want us interfering with their research anymore.
They're not
So-
willing to make an exception this once?
This isn't an issue you want to push, Yagami. Worst case scenario, you get charged with witness intimidation.
All right. Anyway, the victim was last seen at 7:50.
That's right. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock, so the patients who can walk on their own gather in the break room. But on the day of his disappearance, 8:30 came and went with no sign of Waku-san.
You thought you'd find him quickly. Didn't exactly turn out that way.
Right.
Got that, Yagami? Here, let's go over some more details.
What's the word? What we gonna go over, man?
What we know is, Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone.
Good thumbnail material.
During that 40-minute span, somebody
This
suffocated.
nigga look crazy as hell. Oh my god. Fuck.
Nobody suspected there was a body in the car.
Oh man, that nigga look
And
crazy
the
as
only clear
hell.
culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back
Oh my
this up,
god, boy, this shit just scared
DNA
me.
evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. Then when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama.
My whole thing is you
3
can't.
months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found.
My whole thing is you can't just be out here burying bodies.
This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Fine, then I'll do it alone. You don't have to be involved.
Even if I'm not, the loss will hurt Genda Sensei's reputation.
I'm sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back down from this.
Fine. I'll be in the lobby.
Well, like, boy, boy.
If you like, I could take you to see Wakusan's room again.
No.
You don't mind? That would be great.
Go back to the room for what? Damn, y'all were wasting time. Y'all want to go back over here. They go right there, and they come back. Yeah, damn. And this is a goddamn flashback. Come on now. Fuck am I doing to him? So, okay, you went. Fuck. Okay.
Wakusan was here until the morning of the incident. Then he just up and disappeared.
Are you finished?
Not yet.
Alright, we keep looking. What we looking for? Okay. Window.
The window's sealed shut. There's no way.
Okay. What else we supposed to be looking for? Ain't nothing else we can leave. God damn.
Yeah.
Motherfucker just took me up here for no fucking reason. What the fuck, boy?
How long will Okubo-san's sentence be?
Huh?
If he's found guilty, that is.
Probably 10 years, maybe more. It's hard to say for sure.
And what if he confesses? Would they shorten his sentence?
Well, at the very least, it'd make a better impression than insisting he didn't.
She asking all these questions.
But you're still going to push an innocent plea? Even though Okubo-san is the one who'll suffer for it?
If he's really not guilty, he won't have to. I'll win. But to be perfectly honest, this is my first criminal case.
What?
Civil cases
You know
have been a mixed bag for me too.
Alright.
I've actually lost more than I've won.
Is that so?
Apparently, a smart lawyer would never even consider an innocent plea in this case. Guess it's a good thing that I'm not so smart then, because I honestly believe I can win. Terasawa-san, were you close to Okubo-kun?
I spoke to him pretty often, yes. I would see him around the ward all the time.
And what did you think of him? Did he seem like the kind of guy who'd do something like this?
I'm sorry. The director told us not to say too much.
Yeah.
Wait!
Yeah. Okay.
If you know anything that can help, just get in touch, okay?
Boy, you know he wants some dick.
I'll do whatever it takes to set Okubo-kun free.
I'll drop something
I
off.
can't
No,
do
don't
it
call
alone.
him. Call me.
Just
You finna fuck
give it
a
some
person that's
thought,
not real.
Teresa.
Hey, shut up, boy. I would. Gosh, shut up, man. I'm trying to hear you. We talking about fucking animated characters. Shut up, boy.
just now, we went to the ADDC. Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And how did it go?
There's no chance you walk. You're practically a lost cause.
Hey,
Yagami-sensei, is that what you think?
it's like this, Okubo. You tell me you're innocent, and I'll fight to the end. I really have nothing to lose by helping you out.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
But why the fuck did you bury the body though, you stupid ass? He probably just panicked.
On the day of the crime, you were in the general ward at the ADDC, yes? Starting at 8 a.m., you went around to each room and gathered the linens.
Yes. Nobody would dispute that.
And after that, you covered Wakusan's nose and mouth, suffocated him, and then carted him out in the laundry bin.
That's not true. Wakusan wasn't there when I went into his room. I didn't see him at all that day. You have to believe me.
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center at 10 a.m. after gathering the linens, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes. That's what happened.
Then, after debating whether or not to report the body, you chose to hide it in the mountains.
I had a criminal assault on my record. I knew the police would have suspected me if I went to them.
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood you had with Waku-san?
Huh? Bad blood? What are you talking about?
3 days before the murder, Waku-san claimed Okubo-kun here punched him and stole his wallet. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Terasawa-chan. Even if I bitch about it, I'm still damn good at my job.
Well, Okubo-kun, did you take his wallet or...
Not quite. They call it delusion of theft. It's a symptom of dementia. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the first person you see. Not the easiest thing to deal with, right? Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? Must have been a shock. So when Waku-san tried to hit you, you just about hit him back.
But I didn't hit him.
No. You murdered him.
I wouldn't kill a man over something like that.
Ah. I wish I could believe you, pal. Come on, Okubo-kun. You got a record of violence.
It wasn't me. I swear. Somebody set me up. Please, you have to believe me. Whoever did this is laughing at all of us right now.
Calm down.
Yagami-sensei, do you believe me?
I do.
Okay. Then next time, come alone.
Fine. I can take a hint. You and Yagami-sensei can cuddle up all you want.
That's tough. I'm low-key just sitting there thinking about a lot of shit right now. But,
Hey.
like, you know...
You know that nurse, Terasawa-san? Cute girl. Sounded like she was worried about you. That you'd have a chance with her once you get out of here.
I don't know. If you'll excuse me.
Wait, so that's her... He got a... No. He got a girlfriend? Wait, hold on. So, wait. So that Terasan girl, was that the girl that he killed? I don't know. Shit, we'll figure out. Shit. Yeah. We just basically just did a whole bunch of investigating on some shit that happened before we even... Anywho, shut the fuck up and play the game. You complaining too much, boy. Shut the fuck up. You right.
So Shintani just left you hanging, huh? He's gotta learn some damn patience.
Maybe so. But this is my case now. I can handle it myself.
Huh. Okay.
Alright. Shit, now we just sit down at our desk.
Yagami-san,
Oh, what's up?
have you seen Mafio lately?
Bitch, you been wearing the same
Where's
fit
this
for
coming
3
from?
years. Your ass is dirty.
She's
I don't
just
even
not
like
that
you
great
no
with
more.
men. I suggest you be more assertive.
Right. Okay.
You mean that friend of yours, Saori-kun? She's got Shintani all riled up. Said he'd have been nicer to you if he knew you had friends who looked like her. Jackass.
Hey, nothing's official yet, guys. Regardless, keep it on the down low, okay?
Yet, that word says more than you think.
Whoa. Creepy ass laugh. What the fuck is we doing?
I'll keep my lips sealed.
Should put some in them lips. Some through them lips, I mean.
Mafia-kun's a prosecutor, right? Isn't it kind of taboo for her to date a defense attorney?
Can we not do this?
Either way, guess the Okubo case comes first. Pleading innocent, yeah?
That's the plan.
What is your plan here? This isn't gonna be an easy win.
Well, I'm working on that. There's one piece of evidence that still bothers me.
Yeah? And what's that?
Yeah, man. What's that, man? The dementia drug.
The the DNA sample they found from Wakusan. It was in the flatbed of the truck Okubo-kun used for work.
Right. That's why they went after Okubo in the first place.
As for Wakusan's body, it was hidden in the pile of sheets that had been loaded into the truck. He said he noticed it when he was just about to leave the ADDC.
And then he panicked and buried the body in the mountains of Okutama. As I've seen, he's admitted to that much at least, right?
Yes, but he insists he didn't commit the murder.
Maybe so, but you're gonna need evidence if you want to prove it. Did we get anything else from that truck? Like, maybe a DNA sample from the actual killer?
No, nothing like that.
Well, that's a shame.
That's not my point, though. The evidence I showed you is...
That evidence won't win you the case.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
Get back here! That bastard. Oh, was eavesdropping on you.
What the hell?
I tried to stop him, but he pulled a stun gun on me.
What the fuck, boy? That's a bitch too.
Wait up!
Ooh, out the window on us. Hey, chase that bitch. We gone. Fuck around with her. On the ass, boy. Who y'all think this shorty is we chase? Y'all think it's the girl from the what's her name? The Spot? Oh, it's on her ass, boy. Check it out. Hey, yo, baby girl, check it out. Shit. So, I don't need to do all that. Damn, Yagami, you on her ass, boy. Whoop. You on her ass. I just ran around in a circle, boy. So motherfuckers on her ass, boy. Check it out. Hey, yo, baby. Hey, what it do, baby? Called her stupid ass. What the fuck?
A woman?
Help! Someone help me!
That's the shorty from the what's her name?
Aren't you Terasawa-san?
Let me go!
Fucking
We
Yakuza.
got a groper out here? Scum of the earth!
Oh, we squared up with their ass immediately.
On my watch, you son of a bitch!
Oh, these thugs. I thought these Yakuza. Yo, motherfucking business, bitch. This got shit to do with y'all. Go around. He kicked in y'all shit. Bitch, 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 bitch. Oh shit, I'm gonna throw it in. Show us up. You can run and grab niggas. Then I just beat this nigga. Did I just whoop his ass with an iPhone in my hand? What the fuck was that? Funny as hell.
Can all lawyers fight like that?
So let me talk to you, shorty. She stun gun buddy ass. Damn.
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see me.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. But I wasn't sure if I should. Then that pig-headed friend of yours started shouting, so I just lost it.
Okay, but did you have to tase him?
Facts.
Not that he didn't have it coming. Anyway, I'm listening if you want to talk. No matter what it is, I'll keep your secret. Anything you tell me will fall under client attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Waku-san? Said he saw him sleeping in his bed.
Uh-huh.
Well, that witness is a man by the name of Shono-san. He's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director's right-hand man, too.
So he gonna say whatever.
This is him?
Oh, that's the nigga that was looking scared. That's with him
Yes.
now.
He's a very dedicated doctor, so the nurses have a lot of faith in him. But something felt off when I heard what he had to say about the incident.
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku-san. I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken somehow. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses feel the same.
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How could we? Nurses talking about a doctor behind his back? That's not something a nurse could do without consequences. And if it came to a courtroom testimony,
None of you would testify?
maybe the other nurses wouldn't, but I would. I never really fit in over there anyway. Besides,
Yeah?
I think Okubo-san is innocent.
Oh, really? Sounds like I've finally got an ally on my team.
Oh my god. Man, boy, oh, I'm seeing some disturbing shit right now.
I'm currently employed as a researcher at the Advanced Drug Development Center. Part of our research consists of clinical tests we perform on patients in the general ward of the center. On the day of the crime, I was making my usual rounds through the ward.
And what time was that?
Oh, this nigga.
7:50?
You're sure?
Yes, the patients eat breakfast at precisely 8 o'clock. I always head to the break room myself,
I swear.
right around then too.
This break room, to be precise?
That's correct. Our more mobile patients walk there for breakfast instead of eating in their own rooms. Then, while the nurses help the patients eat, I ask about how they feel and how the medicine is treating them.
And on the day of Waku-san's disappearance, you passed by his room before going to the break room?
Yes,
And in that room, you saw Waku-san lying on the bed.
yes.
Can you describe the situation to us as you remember it?
The door has a window, so you can see into the room from the hallway.
And this is the room you're referring to, yes?
That's correct. From where I was standing in the hallway, I could see Waku-san lying in bed. He was asleep, with a blanket covering most of his body.
And what time was that?
Around 7:50.
No further questions.
Hey, what's up?
Yagami-sensei, why did you call her to the stand?
She actually asked to testify. Is that a problem?
Not really, no.
Terasawa-san, you were present for Shono-san's testimony just now, yes?
Yes,
And what is your opinion on that testimony?
for a scientist, I felt his wording was rather imprecise. And as a medical professional, I felt his actions were negligent.
Could I ask you to be a little more specific?
Oh, look at that little ugly motherfucker in the
Our
back.
witness,
That was a good-
Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in his bed during his morning rounds. However, there's no way he could have known that just by looking in from the hallway.
Exactly, because you can't see his head.
I have evidence supporting Terasawa-san's testimony.
Nope, not that. Not that. Not that. This right here.
Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victim's room as viewed from the hallway. In other words, this is what Shono-san would have seen when he checked in on Waku-san. Shono-san was lying when he said he saw Waku-san in the bed. Excuse me? What he saw from the door was likely nothing more than a bulge of sheets. He couldn't have been able to identify it specifically as Waku-san. So to claim as much in his testimony seems like quite an exaggeration, don't you think?
But common sense would dictate otherwise, would it not? Who would be in the bed other than Waku-san?
The staff nurses are trained to always enter a room when checking in on a patient. In Waku-san's case, it's impossible to tell anything just by looking in from the hallway.
Oh, you know
There was
some.
actually one time a while back where we thought he was under the covers, only to find Waku-san eating in the break room a second later. And upon re-examining the room, we realized that we had mistaken a bunched-up pillow for Waku-san.
The witness makes an important distinction. The prosecution asserts that Shono-san's testimony is clear, that the victim was taken out of his room at some point between 7:50 and 8:30 in the morning. They claim that because of this time frame, the defendant must have smuggled Waku-san's body out in his laundry bin. But if Shono-san's testimony is invalid, as the defense asserts, we have to consider the possibility that Waku-san was taken in the middle of the night when nobody else was around. After which, the killer could have waited until the morning to plant the body in the defendant's truck. In other words, the defense establishes that there is reasonable doubt that Okubo-san is the killer, rendering the prosecution's central argument unsound. Your Honor, taking this new testimony into account, I'd like to call Shono-san back to the stand for cross-examination.
I wasn't even paying attention. What the fuck happened? I was looking at my phone. Cross-examination. What the fuck does that mean?
Shono-san,
Yes?
I'll get right to the point. On the day of the crime, what did you see when you looked into Waku-san's room?
I saw Waku-san asleep in his bed, I think.
See?
And did you get a clear look at his face?
I don't remember.
So it's possible that it could have been someone other than Waku-san in that bed. Or maybe even a pillow that you mistook to be Waku-san's body. Isn't that right?
Objection! The defense is leading the witness.
Sustained. Please rephrase the question.
Shono-san, can you say without a doubt that Waku-san was in that bed when you checked on him?
I don't think I can, no.
Then the defense rests. But I do have a quick remark for the prosecution.
Huh?
The charges against my client stem from your assertion that he's the only possible suspect, assuming the crime took place within the stated time frame. However, the defense has proven without a doubt that Shono-san's testimony is unreliable, establishing reasonable doubt for my client. I would suggest then that you withdraw the charges against my client. With such inconclusive evidence, you'll only be wasting the court's precious time.
The prosecution does not consider the witness's testimony inconclusive. His memory of the incident may be fuzzy, yes, but that doesn't change that he saw the victim.
So, your whole case is based on a fuzzy memory? This promising young man's future is at stake, and you're willing to throw that away on unreliable testimony?
Dr. Shono is a bright and diligent researcher. After watching his own grandmother develop dementia, he vowed to create a drug that could cure the disease. After paying his own way through medical school, he went on to become the head researcher at the ADDC. Day after day, Dr. Shono visits his sick patients out of the kindness of his heart, leading to his valiant testimony here today. If you want to know whether I trust this man, then my answer is a resounding yes.
What the fuck?
In other words, because he's such a great researcher, his testimony is infallible. His own admission that he's not sure is somehow overlooked? Is that the sum of it? Because from here, it sounds like you're putting your faith in Shono-san's title, not his testimony today.
The prosecution is not as easily swayed as you think. And you want to talk reputation? What of your client's history of domestic abuse?
Ain't got nothing to do with
6
now.
years ago, the defendant broke his girlfriend's finger. The poor girl is still suffering from the effects.
Bitch, man,
And the
her
cause?
finger been healed.
A minor, drunken disagreement. Now, fast forward to what occurred a few days prior to the crime. Waku-san, suspecting the defendant of stealing his wallet, lashed out and punched the defendant in the face. Given the clearly violent nature of Okubo-san here, that alone would be motivation enough to murder the poor old...
What the hell?
Is something wrong, ma'am? Please remain seated while court is in session.
What you finna say, honey?
Terasawa-san?
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
My court will not stand for this commotion.
He didn't blame Waku-san at all. He knew that the outburst was just caused by his dementia. That it was all the sickness's fault. So there was no reason for him to resort to murder.
Terasawa-san, please.
Okubo-san really is an incredible, caring person.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul, and he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart. And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating.
Ah, see, that's the shorty that he killed. That's wild.
Even though he knew he could have ended up in prison, making sure I was safe was the only thing in the world he cared about. That's just who he is.
But what they gotta do?
The prosecution has already decided he's a criminal. How could he possibly be given a fair trial?
Her little outburst wasn't technically admissible, but as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed.
Damn.
The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand.
That's, man, something telling me that he probably didn't kill her, G. It was like the company that killed him. That killed her. And then made it seem like it was him, G. Come on now. Y'all gotta use y'all noggin, man. Come on, man. It couldn't. It probably wasn't even him. What the fuck? Oh, now we back to what's his name. This nigga mad as hell. That shit loud as hell. God damn. Turn that shit down.
Aye.
Something wrong?
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's nothing, Vice Minister.
But
I haven't seen you in about 3 years, Kido-san. I see you're still the director.
You look familiar, but I can't quite place the name. I seem to recall you looking sharper.
I'm a detective based in Kamurocho now.
You can't remember the name.
The name's Yagami.
I remember now. You're the reason Terasawa-kun's no longer with us. Remember Shono?
Okubo-san was unstoppable. If only my testimony had been better.
Shono-san, right?
Doesn't matter. What brings you here anyway?
I'm investigating a murder, and I'll need your cooperation with it. Just like old times.
Yes.
Alright, man. This video been going on for 45 minutes, man. I'm ending here. Alright, I'm going.